So tell us, how did you sustain and keep going with your growth right at the beginning?
It was all accidental, a bit organic. I mean, I had already done the hard work, establishing my design company. So all the clients were already there.
Well, let's rewind a little bit then. When you were designing, how did those labels find you? How did that relationship with them happen?
All my friends were musicians. My friends would get
Shocker,
yeah,
here in Nashville.
my friends would get signed, and they would want to keep using me with the labels. And the labels would discover me, and it was all word of mouth, basically.
I've heard you say today and in other interviews, it's just getting more and more competitive. It's getting harder. Someone with Instagram and an iPhone, like you said, that can be enough.
Yeah.
So what is your recommendation, to stand out?
It's just all about ideas and a unique approach. I mean, there are guys that I've watched go from 0 followers on Instagram to hundreds of thousands, and they're all friends of mine, and they're doing it through, they're not in major markets, they're in small towns. And for example, my friend Paul made a series called Same Hill, Different Day. It's literally just a hilltop where he photographs it from the same angle, but it's fascinating to watch this hill with different people on it, different weather at night, during the day, during the snow, during the summer, and it's a fascinating series, and so art directors and creative directors find those things, and that's how he gets hired.
I'm sure you get tons of requests like, can we just sit down and have coffee? Can I pick your brain? Which obviously you don't have time for. If you could sit down with maybe someone who's sort of at the beginning, but they're discouraged and it just seems like an uphill battle, what would you tell them?
A lot. I mean, tell them to keep shooting, even if it's an iPhone and Instagram every day. Keep shooting. Shoot your loved ones. If you're at home with your grandmother, do it. Start a portrait series on your grandmother. Document her life.
Cool.
Even if you're in the hospital every day, tell the story of that, whatever sick one is in the hospital. You just got to start. It goes back to that. It's just like a ladder. Take that first step. And once you achieve that first small step, your confidence will be a little higher. And then the higher you step, the more your confidence goes up. And I've just seen that in my career, because I was the kid that told my parents, I can't do anything. I told my dad, I can't do this, I can't do this, over and over. Now people look at me as the guy who's got it all figured out, and I still don't have anything figured out, but I figured out that.
Here are my key takeaways to success from my interview with Jeremy Cowart. Number 1, start where you are. Jeremy started with friends in Nashville to take their photos and do their album artwork. As their careers progressed, so did his career, which is something you can do wherever you are. Number 2, focus. Eventually, Jeremy had to put away Photoshop and focus on his camera. And creative people tend to have a lot of interests and enjoy doing a lot of things, but to really find success, you've got to focus in on what you're best at and what you find most fulfilling. Number 3, work your creative muscles and the ideas will come. Maybe right now you feel like you don't have enough ideas, you're not creative enough, but what Jeremy said is the more he practiced being creative and coming up with ideas, the more ideas that he had. Number 4, not every idea is a winner. He said he would give an idea 2 months. Like a lot of us, sometimes he woke up the next day and thought something was lame, but if after 2 months he still thought it was cool, then he decided to pursue the idea. Number 5, don't wait for support. When it came to sponsors and finding clients and talking about what he was promoting online, he had to be proactive. He approached sponsors. He tells people what he's doing on social media. He shares about his projects. A lot of times creative people don't want to seem salesy, but really if you don't tell people what you're doing, no one will. So share about what you're doing and be proactive about finding support. And lastly, number 6, if you're a beginner or if you're struggling, keep shooting. This goes for anyone. If you're a designer, keep designing. If you're a singer, keep singing. If you're a speaker, keep speaking, and so on. Don't give up. A lot of us go through slumps on our path to success. We're going to have lots of ups and downs, but Jeremy's advice is a great one, which is to keep shooting. If you enjoyed this video, check out more articles and videos on success.com or watch the full interview with myself and Jeremy Cowart at thepursuit.tv.